Welcome to episode 7 of Channel Legendarium. Today we'll be covering 5 versions of Santa Claus from across Europe. As you may know, Christmas was originally a Christian holiday before it got swallowed up by commercialism. The first Santa figure that we know of is Saint Nicholas of Smyrna, a Catholic bishop famed for his generosity to the poor, especially to children. So it's not surprising that the first Santa we'll be covering, Sinterklaas, was inspired by Saint Nicholas himself. The Netherlands has been a Protestant country for about 500 years. Indeed, when the country first became Protestant, it fought a 70-year war of independence against Catholic Spain. And while the Netherlands continues to enjoy both its independence and its Protestant Christian faith to this day, they did keep around one Catholic bishop as their Santa figure, namely Sinterklaas. If you've been a good boy or girl, Sinterklaas will come into your house and stuff your shoes with chocolate. He travels the country on a white horse named Amerigo. However, if you've been naughty, he'll stuff your shoes with rotten potatoes. And in the Middle Ages, before everything got sugar-coated, Sinterklaas would simply stuff bad boys or girls into his sack and take them back to the ancestral enemy of Spain. Our next trip takes us to Italy with La Befana, the Christmas witch. She is deeply rooted in Italy's long tradition of Roman Catholicism. According to Italian folk culture, when the 3 wise men, or magi, traveled to Bethlehem, all of the people along their route turned out to greet them, to give them presents, and join them in a great procession to meet the infant Christ. However, there was one woman who was so worried about her sweeping that she refused to join them. And when she realized on the miracle that she missed out on, she vowed to spend every Christmas day thenceforth to giving presents to all of the boys and girls of the world. And that is how she became La Befana, the Christmas witch. She continues to carry the broom she was so worried about at the time when Christ was born. However, she also travels to houses across Italy. If you've been a good boy or girl, you'll get lots of candy and chocolate. However, if you've been bad, you will get food that doesn't smell very nice, like onions and garlic. The reason why La Befana wears black is because her clothes have turned sooty from going down all of the chimneys across Italy. I have to admit, I always did wonder how Santa kept his red suit clean. Next, we'll be going to Central Europe, home to Zandt and Krampus. Zandt delivers candy and presents to all of the children across Central Europe, who polish up their boots so they can be stuffed with chocolate and candy and hand-sewn dolls. However, he has a friend to take care of the naughty children, namely Krampus. Krampus is a half-man, half-goat with a long forked tongue. He carries around bundles of sticks to beat naughty children with, like that unfortunate young lad there. However, in the Middle Ages, he would simply stuff bad boys and girls into his basket and take them to hell. Next, we go to Iceland, home to the Yule lads of Iceland. Now, Iceland was originally settled by Vikings who brought their lore with them, and Viking folklore included many stories about mountain trolls. 2 mountain trolls in Iceland are Gryla and Lepaludi, who had a vast brood of 13 trolls who bring Christmas cheer to the boys and girls of Iceland. Of course, if you've been good, they'll leave you the usual bounty of candy, chocolates, and hand-sewn toys. However, if you've been bad, each of the 13 Icelandic Yule lads have their own specialized pranks they'll pull. Most of these pranks harken back to the days when Iceland was mostly a rural country populated by farmers and villagers. So it's not surprising most of their pranks involve damaging either farm animals or foodstuffs. The first of them is Sheepcoat Claude, who suckles the milk from ewes in the sheep sheds until they're left dry. The second is Gullygawk, who steals the foam from buckets filled with cow milk. Third is Stubby, a short fellow who steals food from the frying pans. Fourth is Spoon Licker, who licks the spoons and leaves them shiny with his spit, so you won't be able to enjoy your Christmas feast very much. Fifth is Pot Scraper, who will steal and then clean unwashed pots. Unfortunately, he doesn't return them. Bowl Licker number 6 steals food kept in bowls under the bed, which harkens back to an Icelandic tradition of keeping bowls of food under the bed. Number 7 is Door Slammer, who keeps everyone awake through the night by slamming doors. Thoughtless fellow. Number 9, Skyr Gobbler will eat all of the skyr in the house, and by the way, that is Icelandic yogurt. Sausage Swiper basically does what you would expect, while Window Peeper looks through the windows to see if there's anything to steal. Door Sniffer, a little fellow with a big nose, uses it to sniff out all the baked goods in the house. Number 12 is Meat Hook, who specializes in stealing all of the smoked lamb from the house, with smoked lamb being a Christmas delicacy in Iceland. The 13th of the Yule Lads is Candlebeggar, who steals all of the candles from the house. That might not sound so bad today, but during the pre-industrial days, Iceland had long, dark, cold winters, and those candles were very useful if you didn't want to stumble around the house. Finally, we've got Dead Moroz, or Grandfather Frost, the Santa figure of Russia. Dead Moroz has been around for about 2,000 years, beginning his career as a pagan god of winter. However, after Russia became Christian, the Russian Orthodox Church tamed him and made him a kindly, saintly figure who brought toys to all of the good boys and girls around Russia. While they didn't let him keep his power over winter, they did let him keep his long blue robe, his high felt boots, which are typical Russian footwear during those harsh winters, and a magical staff. Dead Moroz travels the country with his sister, Snegurochka, and they provide presents to all of the good children, but if somebody's been especially naughty, he might just send them a blizzard for a present. And that wraps up our stories about 5 Santa figures from across Europe. If you've enjoyed what you saw, please like and please subscribe. I'd love to know who your favorite Santa figure is, so please say so in the comments. And of course, I want to wish you and yours a Merry Christmas.